What's up, guys? This is Will with Lightweight Debris Removal. I got a call from a viewer. His name's Scotty. Shout out to Scotty. He wanted to get some information on Cam Concept and all their sizes. So I went through the whole process with him, explaining everything. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video. Just kind of explain further to everybody out there watching these videos. If you're interested in the Cam Concept, what sizes they have, what rating they have, and then what size containers can you put on these, okay? So real quick, I'm just going to give you my testimony real fast on how I became a dealer with Cam Concept. I was in the market of buying a backup truck, okay? So I bought this Freightliner that I'm in 2022. I've had it 2 years. I bought it brand new, so I didn't have to worry about maintenance and nothing, and not worrying about having backup equipment. But 2 years was coming up, and I'm like, man, so I'm back in that. I felt like I was back in that situation where, these trucks get older, stuff's go wrong on these trucks, and you have to put them in the shop. When they go down, I mean, it's no biggie. You can get them fixed, but the problem is, what are you going to do in the meantime? You got to stop operations and then can't deliver and pick up dumpsters. And that kind of stress right there, I just can't stand, you guys. I don't like when someone's calling me on the phone, like, come get this dumpster, or where's my dumpster, or a contractor that we use us all the time, and they're like, hey man, we need a dumpster, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, I can't, the truck's down. I didn't want to deal with that. So that's why I bought a brand new truck. Like I said, 2 years went by, and then I started realizing, man, equipment gets old. You got to have a backup. And so then I went down the whole process of trying to figure out how and what I can afford, right? So I started looking into Nedlands. I looked into Protainer. I looked into Keystone. They have a reeving system, and also Texas Pride. So I called all these guys up. I deep dived, and I had certain requirements that I needed to write. That I couldn't like skip over, right? So one of them was I needed a 14-foot trailer. Had to be 14 foot. I know all of them. Most companies out there like Texas Pride, they have 14s and then they have a 16. But the problem with those trailers is once you get into a 16-foot and even bigger, sometimes it's like, for the work that we do, there was no way I could even get these dumpsters into the majority of my clients' driveways, And we go in the city and we're in back roads, and it's just like I couldn't just rely on a long trailer. There's no way. But a 14-foot, I've done it, right? We started out with a roadster setup and PJ roaster, and I bought 10 dumpsters, and I bought a Ram 3500, paid all those things off. So we started off with that equipment, and I kept all my dumpsters, right? So let me put a picture here of all my dumpsters. I'll do a little quick video. I have them right here. So I just pulled up to my dumpsters. You guys can see it. So check these out. You can still see the wheels on them, right? So I had cut off these. I don't know if you can see my finger right here, but excuse my finger. I cut these off recently. I had these all set up for standard rail. These are all Hooklift rails, just a rail system right here. I bought these, and we mounted all these dumpsters. I got some over there too. Mounted all those dumpsters onto the rails and kept them all. These are all my these are like my newer PJs, and this one's a Lone Star. You can see how it's square on the side. And then we have low boys, you name it. We had like 15 of these things. And then we had some 20-yard Max Ds. And then we had low boy Max Ds. And we converted a lot of these Lone Stars into 20-yarders by putting 2 feet of material up here all the way around on a couple of them. So we have a bunch of 20s now. And but if you guys are interested in that, look, check this out. Right here. You can buy this rail system. You just buy the whole rail system. It's not just the front part. I literally had a company send me the rails, and then all we did was use a forklift. We put these dumpsters on top of these rails, welded them down, boom, kept all my dumpsters. So what we did was, after we kept all our dumpsters, now I have all these dumpsters, a lot of 13s, 15s, and 20s. And then, like I said, I needed to get a backup. So I started looking into backup trucks. They're all going for 90, 100,000 for something decent, used. And then brand new, they're still up there, guys. They're still $150,000, $170,000 for a truck just like this one we have. So that was kind of out of the option. And so I was going to go with a standard rail. Like I said, I was going to look at the Nedlands. I think after looking at all the trailers, they all the big concern that I had was so the two requirements was it had to be 14 foot. I couldn't sacrifice that, and it had to be a heavy hauling trailer. I wanted something like 20K. So I already had the 14K version of a roadster, and I started looking at the other reeving systems. They have 16K. Most of them are 14Ks out there. So I saw 14 and 16 between those two. And those are always the common trailers because that's what everybody that's non-CDL that they're gonna use. So, if you have a dually, you typically go with a 14K, and then or try to derate it because like dualies are 14,000 GVRW, so you need like a 12K trailer to stay under 26,000 pounds. So a lot of people are rolling 250s and stuff like that. But if you have a CDL, this is like when you can have anything you want. There's a problem there. I couldn't find it, right? So I have a CDL, but I just couldn't find the trailer that was going to be a heavy hauler. And I was looking at a dually. So one trailer that is a dually is Texas Pride. So Texas Pride makes a 16-foot dually. You can't get it in the 14 though, but they have a dually, but the 16-foot, it was just too long for me. And then they do make it in a reeving system, but I just kept hearing horrible things about Texas Pride and their issues with their warranties and all this stuff, right? So I just kept seeing that online. I don't know if they're true or not, but that's what I seen, and I was going, man, I don't know, but we have a Texas Pride pretty close to us, so I figured, if I needed warranty work, take it there. The next one I was looking at getting was a Protainer. It was the same issue. I had to get to carry my containers, my 16-foot. They said I had to get a 16-foot trailer. So I'm like, well, that's out. And then my other trailer I was looking at was Nedlands. So I was pretty much gonna go with a Nedlands, but Nedlands they're like 6 to 8 months out. Like I was trying to order a trailer. They said it's gonna be 6 months. So I'm like 6 to 8 months, right? So I'm like, you know what? That's too long, and you're gonna have to. I was gonna finance too, so you're gonna be paying payments on it while you're waiting 8 months. So that was kind of the bad news thing right there. But it was gonna be at Netherlands because I saw a video. Check out. I'll put it down in the description down below if I can find it. But the Life's Apprentice went out to Netherlands and he spoke with the owner, and he had the owner go over the trailer, and he went through each component because it's a design that they made over the years, and he went over every component, and it blew my mind, man. It was like from little gussets, heavy duty gussets, to down to the braking system. He was showing that they have oil bath hubs, right? So as soon as he pointed it out that Netherlands runs a oil bath hub with a Dexter seals on the hubs and all this stuff, and they didn't skimp out on that, I was like, man, that's what I need. I need oil bath hubs. And nobody out there is rolling oil bath hubs, guys, except them. Everybody else is running. You got to do what do you call it? Easy lube, right? You stick, and I was like, I don't want no easy lube axle. I want the real deal trucker guys one, right? So couldn't find it. And then I think Keystone, they have a really good reeving system on theirs, and so I was kind of debating on doing it, but I think the axle rating was lower. I think it was an 8K axle, and I think Netherlands had a 10, something like that. So anyway, and then it was a standard rail, and I'm like, I don't want standard rail. I just converted all my dumpsters to Hooklift, so I was really wanting a Hooklift, but I, like I said, I didn't know it even existed. So I came across a video, Bobby Johnson. Shout out to Bobby Johnson, Waste and Hauling. He had 40-yard, 30-yard containers with a cam concept. There was only a few videos out there, and so I was kind of like, man, I needed more information. So the more I Googled, and then I found Josh at American AF Dumpster Rentals. Shout out to Josh. He was a dealer. He was talking about cam concepts, and that got me interested in cam concept. So I started talking to him. Called him on the phone. He told me everything I needed to know and more, guys. So I wanted to share that information with you right now, and kind of break down exactly what you can get, right? So going back to my testimony, so I end up ordering after talking to Josh at American AF, I end up ordering my cam concept trailer, and I already have it, right? So I'm doing videos on it right now. Like I said, a caller called me today, and he wanted to know some information. So exactly what I told him, I'm telling you guys right now. So what I ordered was a 14 foot long cam concept Hooklift trailer. in the 14-foot long cam concept, you can get articulating. It comes in one style hook, so it's articulating hook. I mean, it goes like this. When you raise the deck and it goes, it flips upside down, you hook up to your dumpster. When you pull it in, it comes all the way in, and then you gotta go like it just does this action. It goes, that's it. You before you let off the dumpster, you hit a button and it goes back like this. It hinges, and then it lifts, right? So, and then a jib action is what's on this truck where it goes like this. It goes, locks in, and then you can, articulate it to take the dumpster off. So in the 14-foot, that's all they have. There's no jib on the 14-foot trailer. And that's what I have. Watch my videos, guys. That thing's a beast. It's perfect. And I think what's great about that setup, there's no moving parts. There's nothing sliding. There's no calibration like on these swap loaders. I talked to the manufacturer and they said, yeah, there's periodically you need to make adjustments on these things. If the adjustment goes out, you're gonna have issues where this thing won't go into certain modes, right? So if you slide it back and the locks are out of alignment, and then it won't allow you to place the dumpster on the ground. It only goes in a dump mode. There's all these issues. Maintenance, it's not crazy. It's just you got to know what you're doing and something to watch for as your system gets wore out. But with these articulating type jibs, there's nothing. There's no calibration. It's just simple and it's gonna last forever. So that's what I like about my 14-foot trailer, Camp Costa Hooklift trailer. What I ordered it was a 24K, right? So this thing's a monster. It can carry 9 tons payload. That's what it's designed for. It can carry more than that, those guys. It has 6,000-pound tires on there. They're all 16 ply. I could probably get 18 ply later if I want, but 16 ply is like monster. That's like, it's crazy. So it has electrical over hydraulic brakes. It's rated at the 24,000 pounds. So that's huge. And then you could get it in a dually. I opted not to get into dually. I was going to get into dually, and sometimes I wish I did, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, because that's more expense on the tires. And then on top of that, 24K is what my truck's rated at. So I could get it with the dually. It would be more for stabilization and just carrying easier loads, if you're going super heavy. But I think 24K is where I'm going to be at. I'm not going to carry 9 tons all the time, but I wanted something for around 6 tons, 7 tons, because I have a 7 cubic yard dumpster, a low boy that's for dirt and rock. So I needed something when they fill that thing up to carry about 7 tons. So I will have no problem carrying 7 tons with the single wheels. So that's the setup with that. So with the 14-foot, your containers, you can go from 14 to 16 foot. All my dumpsters are 14 or 16 foot long, and they can go on there flawlessly. Full dump angle, everything. So that's designed for only 2 feet variation. So the 14-foot deck carries a 14-foot container, but you can go up to 16 hanging off the end, right? But it's still fully work its cycle fully with a 2 feet hanging off the back. So then your next size up is the 16-foot trailer. So if you get a 16-foot trailer, you can get it in a 24 or a 20K trailer, right? These things you could probably derate it, but they come in 24 and 20K. 16-foot long. Yeah, I'm sure you can get it in a dually. And then that one, what's interesting about it, you can get either hoist. You can get this hoist that is a sliding jib, or you can get the articulating jib like that's on my 14-foot Camp Concept Hooklift trailer. So you can either one of those. So it's like the Swiss Army knife of all their trailers. So what's interesting about the 16-foot is, so you can put 12-foot containers all the way up to 18-foot container. So that's a 6-foot difference. That's on the sliding jib. The other one, you can go 2 feet, right? So if you get the 16-foot with articulating jib, you're going to be able to do 16 to 18-foot container. If you get the sliding jib, now you just opened up a whole new game right there. 12-foot containers, you can run them all the way up to 18-foot. So that's the 16-foot. And then the biggest one they got is a 30K trailer. That's the monster, the big dog of all trailers that Cam Concept has. That is that's a 20-foot deck. So it's 30K, 20-foot deck. And you can run dumpsters from 20-foot to 22-foot. So it's a 20-foot deck, so you can put a 20-foot container all the way up to 22 feet with 2 feet hanging off the back. You can get a flat deck on those, on all the trailers, that are the same size as the containers. And then yeah, so, and then I think the 30K has 2 jacks on it, and it comes in the dualies, right? So you're gonna have to get in a dually in the 30K because it's so heavy. So I hope that helped you guys. If you guys are interested in a Cam Concept Hooklift trailer, check out hookliftrailer.com. That's hookliftrailer.com. You guys want information on how to convert your dumpsters over, or if you just want to order new dumpsters through Cam Concept, you could order all that stuff with it. Check out their website. Go on there, click around, check out their trailers. If you got any questions, just go on there and you could ask questions right through the email. You could hit me up, American AF Josh over there. Hit him up, and we'll help you out, guys. Watch the videos. Check out the videos. It's crazy, guys. I just picked up a load of dirt with my lowboy. I picked it up with this truck, and then I took it to my yard. It was heavy. My truck, I could feel the weight shift to the back and lift some of the weight off the front of my truck. So I knew it was about 4 tons. I took it over to my yard, placed it on the ground, and then I put my trailer on it. You guys, I did a video on it, so you got to check it out. It just threw the dumpster on there like a rag doll. And it didn't even squat at all. The tires, they look straight and flat. I mean, you know, the sidewalls, no bowing in the sidewalls. And on this truck, you can see some bowing a little bit on the rear dualies, but yeah, no bend at all on these trailer tires, and then no squat. I think it squatted maybe a ½ inch or something. So that can definitely load up more dirt and more concrete, and I have a backup plan, and that could be my main trailer one day. So I'm looking into getting a 550 single cab so I can get into tighter spots. And if once I get that truck, if everything works out, I might sell this Hooklift trailer because I'll be able to run more efficient, and then also be able to run more cheap. I could pay off my equipment faster and start putting that money in the bank. So those are my goals and ambitions, and I want to help you guys out too. And also, you got to think about it, guys. Insurance is super expensive on these trucks. I'm paying $2,100 a month, right? And if you guys know anybody else out there that does insurance cheaper, let me know. But I'm paying $2,100 a month on my Freightliner, my truck and trailer. I'm paying something like $400 a month. So that's full commercial insurance, a $1 million policy or whatever it is, a little higher than that. But yeah, you know, so something to think about, guys. Food for thought. Next week, Friday, we're going to start heading out to Dallas. We're going to make our way out there to American AF's. They have the dumpster expo out there. They call it the Lone Star dumpster event. It's going to be off the chain, guys. We're going to be there. It's 2 days long. We're bringing Christina, all the kids. We're all going, and we're just going to have a good time. And they're bringing some Cam Concept Hooklift trailers there. So check them out, guys. All right. If you guys like this video, please subscribe. Smash that like button, and let me know what kind of content you guys want to hear about. Or if you want to hear more about the trailers or see more videos on them, let me know. I'll start posting that stuff like crazy. All right, guys. Have a good one.